What's up, everybody? Today we're going to learn how to put together an image in Photoshop. I'm using a Davey Abel character here. I love their characters, and just quickly put together your dash scene, right? So here I've got some lighting, whatever. I tested a couple of things. I take quite a while to set something up. Anyway, I landed up on something like this, right? Once you've got your character set it up, get it rendered, now take it into Photoshop. Now over here, I just start messing around with layers, making some things a little bit darker, making something a little lighter. I took two different renders for two different lighting whatever. So I can actually kind of master one on the other and see how I like it. Over here, I'm just messing around with the hue saturation, with the yellows, with the reds, whatever, and it starts to push some details out. Over here I just got like a background. It's like a bokeh brush, and you just blur it a bit and you're good to go. It's very easy to make, different colors, put a glow in it, you're done, right? And I'm messing with some eyeshadows here. This is Ron's brushes, Ron's Tears brushes. So I just wanted to put like a bit of like smudged makeup there. I put some eyeliner on her. Photoshop or GIMP is an awesome place to start putting on makeup. This part wasn't looking right for me. I needed to try and cut it out or get rid of it or do something with it. Over here, putting on some tears. I got some nice tears that are in on an alpha, so I can cut them out, place them, put some sparkles in the eyes. This you can do very easy by yourself too with a brush. You know, it's just literally a nice little highlight brush, like a tiny highlights, and you can get some really nice looking things. Over here, I put like an image of wires. I generated with AI and like guiding it, but it wasn't amazing. There's a lot of work you have to do to something like this. You can see trying to blend something in, trying to make it look good. At the moment, it looks terrible. So I overpainted this entire thing, getting it to fit in. Like, look at that. It doesn't look great. Started putting some like highlights. So it's repainting the entire image. Get a good reference of something like wires or try and generate something, but you'll never get what you need properly. It's about repainting the entire thing. Over here you see I'm trying to blend in the skin, trying to give it some depth so it looks like it's inside the skin. I see the skin is very soft on some areas. So here's where the work comes in. Take a brush and then sample a color on the skin and start painting. Start painting the skin, which you'll see now. Over here I'm just painting over the wires, seeing how to like kind of blend it in so it looks like it's coming out of the skin or it's embedded into the skin. It takes a while, but you'll get there. And all I'm doing is sampling colors from the character. You can see here I'm sampling. I'm putting in like stronger lines, very thin brush, so I can get the outline of the skin, so it doesn't look like it's all blending. It's all kind of giving it a lot of definition. Over here I put just a vignette so I can kind of highlight what I want, and that was actually looking pretty cool, but a little bit too dark. So, you know, roll it back a bit. You don't need to use absolute darkness or whatever. You can test out the opacity, see how it works. Something very subtle sometimes can push your character out, right? Something like that. Bam. Pushes your character out. I did roll that back because I kind of like the lights around her. But just mess around with a couple of things. Vignettes are cool. Vignettes are cool. Once this was done, it's just messing around with the image, right? Just seeing how we can fix it up. There we go. I'm taking it away because I like the light, and just rolling it back a bit. The thing is, here we go. So here's the skin, giving it lines, sampling a dark color, putting in an outline on the skin. Once again, right here, sampling a dark color, putting a bit of shadow in, taking that and getting that line taking a very thin brush and kind of putting in a double, kind of looks like a piece of flesh or something, or plastic. Over here, same thing, and then always rolling it back with the eraser. Doesn't matter how hard you go, it's fine. Always roll it back with the eraser so it kind of blends in, blur it in a bit. I'll put some kind of stickers on here or whatever it is, just to make it look a little bit more techy. And over here, same thing. Sample a dark color, sample a light color, and start adding it in. Remember, underneath is going to be a little bit darker. On top is where you're going to get your little bright thing. I took this part out. I just cloned it out. It wasn't really what I was looking for. It was too distracting. So I cut a piece of the skin off, put it there, blended it in, done. Now this face scar or whatever took the longest to do. Over here it was just about blending it all in. I didn't like that big gash right in the top there. I wanted to get rid of it. I tried to define it, but it just looked too harsh. It was too harsh. I wanted it to be a bit more softer for this picture. So what I decided on doing was just literally taking that. Now don't forget, open up layers. See all the layers. I've got 100 layers there just for this wire. Trying to blend it in, trying to see what it needs, testing out different hue saturations and whatnot. And over here I'll go back and I start defining this again because it needs to look like it's under the skin, and I want to define the edges of the skin. Sample a dark color, paint a line. Sample a light color, paint the highlight. Rub it out just ever so gently. And over here, start blending in that gash, that skin. Make it look a little bit more not harsh. And it works. It works. All I did was sample the skin on the left-hand side, and I cloned it onto the right. Over here, I'm just darkening these kind of holes in the head. So they kind of just stick out a little bit more, putting a little bit of shadow inside the highlight, inside the little areas. And honestly, that's it. Over here, I used a liquify brush to straighten this out because I used a different character. So it kind of messed up the lines there, which is fine. Use the liquify and you're good to go. And there we go. That's what I got. I put in a nice lens flare, a grade to kind of blend it all in. I used Ron's, one of his overlays, which is awesome. And then just a grade to finish it all in. And I put it on something like color or whatever. And I put it very minimal. So it just kind of overlays everything, kind of ties everything together. And hopefully that helps. Anyway, I hope this helps. I hope you get one or two ideas from it. Remember, there's a million ways to do something, and it's art. Enjoy yourself. Margaret, don't do it. I told you not to do it, Margaret. No, your sister cannot come over for the week. She stays here for too long. Anyway, have a good weekend, and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.